I didn't see you sitting there. This Bluesboy Jag, got a Cigar box guitar. This is number 4677, and that noise is from a bad chord. Yeah, bad chord, bad chord. Stop it. So, as you can tell, this is an acoustic electric. Those are F-holes. We're called F-holes. Alright. I'm just going to have to hold it right there. Bad chord, bad chord. So check out this box. I've never come across a box like this before. It had a logo on there which I sanded off, which turned this into a Reliced guitar. And it was a kind of a light colored wood, so I didn't have the proper finish, proper color of wood staining. So I used a paint pen. Yep, I used a paint pen to paint the whole damn thing. It took me not as long as you would think, maybe about 15 or 20 minutes, and I just went all over it. Then I took a little paper towel and wiped it down and kind of smoothed it out and filled in the blanks and did it one more time. Didn't really take all that long, and it didn't really take all that long to dry. I wouldn't recommend it because it's kind of tedious, and you can buy the little cans of that if y'all are making cigar box guitars, but I just didn't have one handy, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning, so I just went in, blah, 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 blah. Now I make all my cigar box guitars with this same configuration on the bridge section of it. Use a bolt for a bridge. It's a floating bridge. I have the 2 bolts in front of it that dictate exactly where it goes. And then, of course, strings wrap around the screws on the back. And then you have a really cool looking strap holder right there. And another strap holder up here. Old school, old timey looking, kind of a diddly whopper thing of jig. You know what I'm talking about. And I got the screws that hold it in. These little doohickeys right here are dowels that came in the box. And they, I guess they're just for looks. They don't really do anything. Painted the inside of the box, as I always do when I make these F-holes. And I have reinforcement wood here that not only reinforces the lid, but also adds weight to the box. So it sits like this instead of sitting like this when you're on stage. You don't want it sitting like that when you're on stage. Alright, let's unplug that stupid cord. Alright, enough of that cord. So anyway, weights go here. Those 3 screws, actually, before I'm done talking about the weights are here, and also the weights are here. This particular box had a big old, I don't know what you call it. It was real thick right here all the way to the lid. So a tall piece of wood, blah, 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 sitting right here. So I thought, well, I really need to put some wood as far back as possible to the edge. So again, it balances like this on stage and not like this. So I took out the whole chunk of wood here, replaced it with some extra red oak, which I have, and I purchased that specifically for these. I guess that means they're not extra, right? Anyway, I buy them specifically to weight the guitar like this. So I took out a big old chunk of the wood that was originally in the box and shoved a bunch of tiny little pieces of red oak back here because there's not a heck of a lot of room with the pickup being up here, and then you got the F-holes right here. Normally I'd put a big old chunk all the way across and another big old chunk all the way across. But with the F-holes kind of in the way, so I put some in the middle. Right here, if you look real close, you can see that painted piece of wood there, but you have to get it real close to see it. So that is weights. It also really helps the sustain of these guitars. I've been doing that for years and years and years. Bloodity, bloodity, yakety, schmackety. Little Bluesboy Jag logo there. Again, signed and numbered, all of them. Red oak neck, regular frets you'd find on the Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, etc., etc. How many times have I said that? Fret markers, 3 strings, logo. Bolt for a nut. You can put a bigger bolt in there to raise the strings up if you so desire. You can put a bigger bridge to raise strings if you so desire. You can put a smaller bridge to make the strings touch the neck if you so desire. Actually, I'm just kidding. Any lower than that, your strings are probably going to touch the neck. So I never really know how big the bridge bolt is going to be until I make the guitar. You just don't know. You can get pretty close, you can guess, and sometimes on this particular one, I thought, well, this will be fine. Way too low. Well, this will be perfect if that was way too low. Well, if those two were too low, this is going to be too high. Way too low. So I had to go to my fourth one, which was pretty high down here. But the end result is perfect height. Perfect string height. So sometimes you have to experiment. Blottity, blottity, yakety, schmackety. There you go. Bluesboy Jag. F-O. Very pretty. This is a Reliced 3-string single coil pickup. Oh yeah, I told you about those screws. Those screws are not just to look cool. Those are actually the pull pieces of the pickup, which are embedded inside the box. So you can't see the pickup because it's inside the box, but those are the pull pieces of the pickup. And, well, that's pretty much it right there. All right. You got all that? Yakety schmackety. Pretty number on the back there. Once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support.